Welcome to TMP, the Mavs Pod. My name is Bo, or at Mavs Highlights on Twitter X. And I only do just the very Mavsiest of all Mavsy things over there on the Twitters. But today I wanted to consider something that's been bouncing around in my head. And then also at the end, I'm going to have you guys break an indecision that's in my mind about a lucky hat versus the theme hat for Game 6 tonight. But so here's the thesis. Here's the question. Here's the starting point that got me saying, man, we gotta discuss this. I gotta get y'all's thoughts on this, right? So here's the question. The question is this. Well, first, let me admit my bias. I have been a Dallas Mavericks fan, tried and true, since long before Mavs fan for life became a phrase, right? I've been a fan since the 80s, since the days of the reunion rowdies. Some of you can Google that, right? I was a fan through the horrific decade of the 90s that had the bright spot at the end of one kid from Würzburg, Germany being drafted in the 98 draft. And then the glorious golden Dirk age of the following 21 seasons. And now we're in maybe the platinum age of Luka. We'll see if our young Slovenian superstar can lead us to chips. But that's my bias, right? I bleed the old Mavs green. Like that's my favorite logo of the Mavs. Is the big cowboy hat on the M, right? That is my blood colors, that old Mavs green. But I like the blue and white. I like the city editions. I like what they're going with nowadays. But I am a lifelong Mavs fan. So there's my bias right up front, right? That's me, a biased Mavs fan who does the very best he can to be fair and unbiased most of the time, despite knowing it's probably an impossibility. I can be highly critical of the team, right? But I do look at the landscape and I go like, hey, what's going on these playoffs, right? I've seen incredible amounts of praise for the Timberwolves right now. You see a lot of praise for the Thunder, sweeping their series, knocking the Pels right out. See tons of praise for these other teams and these other players. Lots of hoopla around Anthony Edwards, which I think is largely deserved. The guy's been spectacular. Lots and lots of praise on the national landscape for Jalen Brunson. And I think a lot of that is deserved. Man, the guy has been balling out in the mecca of basketball. Like, man, just absolutely JB salute. But, in Game 5, it had become official that Luka was suffering from a sprained ankle. Now, any of us who had been watching throughout this series knew he was hurting, knew he was struggling, knew there was something going on, because this was not how Luka looked to close out the season. He was suffering from some kind of nagging hurt, injury, pain, whatever it is. You could tell he was lacking his explosiveness. He was playing very indecisive, which is not how Luka plays almost ever. He's one of the most settled players in the world. He knows what he's going to do. You can't stop him from doing it, and he does it. But he just looked off. He looked sluggish. He looked indecisive and slow. And so a lot of us were like, oh, Luka's hurt. Luka's clearly hurt. And then the rumblings behind the scenes, yeah, Luka's leg is bothering him. His knee's bothering him. And then before Game 5 was the official pronouncement of, sprained right knee. Sprained knee for Luka. And so he powers through Game 5 with a 35-point, 10 assists, 9 rebound game or something crazy like that. Maybe it was 7 rebounds. But just an unbelievably great showing from Luka. While he's been hurt this whole series, he's been sluggish this whole series, and it got me wondering, where is the wounded hero story for Luka? Where is his Luka is battling through a sprained knee? Sprained knee is nothing to fool around with for a basketball player, guys. Sprained knee, you lose your power, you lose your explosiveness, you lose your ability to cut and be quick. Not that Luka is all that quick, but he's less quick than even normal. Like, I just started wondering, where is the reporting on Luka's sprained knee and how heroic his efforts have been in this series? Despite he hadn't played at his best, I've seen a lot of complaining and a lot of criticism of Luka. Despite Game 1 and 2, he played pretty solid defense. I've seen a lot of criticism of Luka's defense and a lot of criticism on Luka's poor shooting. Go look at Jalen Brunson's shooting numbers up there in New York just for this first series, just so you know. But I haven't seen anyone praising Luka. Where's his hero narrative? Where's the wounded hero narrative? Where's he's brave for battling, going out there and playing on a significantly sprained knee? And of course, on top of all that, he's sick to boot, right? A top 3 player in the league is playing hurt on not a boo-boo finger, he scratched his ear, on a sprained knee. A top 3 MVP candidate is playing on a sprained knee, putting up big numbers in a series where his team is up, and you almost don't hear a whisper about it. The national media survives. They thrive on narratives. They are slaves to a good story, and they're always looking for the next catchy narrative, right? How about an MVP candidate who's playing through injury? You say, well, they wouldn't harp on that. Oh, have you not listened to them talk about how brave Joel Embiid is for playing on his bum knee? His surgically repaired, recovery, not fully 100% knee? They talk about him like he's Gandhi coming down from or Moses coming down from the mountain or something. Oh, he's such a courageous act. Now, Embiid, I think, brought a lot of hate on himself by being kind of a dirty player in this first round series against the Knicks. But still, he was out there on his knee. He was out there facing conditions that affected his health, and the media jumped all over it again and again and again. You couldn't say one negative thing about Joel Embiid without mentioning, but he's playing on a bum knee, and he's got medical issues right now. So you think if SGA or Anthony Edwards or Jokic or Braun or Brunson or Tatum were playing under the same exact conditions as Luka, and they were putting up numbers in the first round of 39-9, you don't think that they would be constantly talked about and constantly praised, and that would be one of the prevailing narratives of the entire media landscape? Is what a heroic effort. This is his flu game. This is his injury. What a champion. He's doing it for his teammates. He's doing it because of his will to win. He's willing his team to victory. And yet with Luka, instead of praise, it's just largely criticism. So it's just same old, same old, same old. Instead, we've been hearing about his lackluster defense. And in Game 4, his defense was admittedly atrocious. He's playing on 1.5 legs. Of course his defense is bad. But that's what you hear about. You hear about his shooting numbers and his subpar defense. Don't tell me that if this was Anthony Edwards battling through a knee injury, or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, or Joker, one of these like top level players, that we wouldn't be hearing the hero's trumpets blast for him. Instead, for Luka, it's so quiet. They barely even mention it. And so don't tell me there isn't some sort of anti-Luka bias. There clearly is. He is not their pet. He is not their favorite. They've picked other guys to bat. You know, they've picked Brunson, or they've picked Anthony Edwards, or they've picked SGA. And of course, you got the Joker, you know, cult that's going to follow him everywhere he goes. And every basic pass he makes is the greatest pass since Bob Cousy or something like that, right? They have their own bias, right? They love who they love, and it ain't our guy. And you know what I've decided? That's okay. That's okay. They are not going to spread the positive narratives about Luka, and that's okay. They don't love Luka, and that's okay. You know why? Because we love Luka. Because we will spread the positive narratives. We will shut out those clowns who just are pretty much not doing their job. There's this juicy story of a heroic effort on display in Luka's efforts in round one here. And yet, they won't jump on it. And it's okay, because we love him. He's our guy. He's our guy. So let's keep cheering on our guy. I asked you guys to help me. I've got a conundrum. I got a little problem here. Because the hat I'm wearing right now is a classic Mavs hat. It's the logo I love best. It got green on it, of course, so it's going to mess with the green screen. But it's a classic Mavs logo. And I wear a hat as long as the Mavs are winning. And they won Game 5 by 30 points in LA. But tonight's the blackout night. And so I asked you guys, what hat should I wear? Should I wear the hat, the lucky hat, the hat that just brought us a win? Or should I trust in the blackout, with the blackout? I've got these two hats right here. I've got the hat I'm wearing, and then the Mavs awesome City Edition that I love right there. Let's see what you guys had to say. TGK, my boy. What up, dog? What up, TGK? I'll be on that pregame show. I'll get my eyes on it later when you go live, brother. So TGK votes City Edition. All right, so here's what we're going to do. A very scientific poll, right? We are going to be counting. So TGK says roll on black. There we go. Okay. Mavs Digest. What's up, Marcel? What's up, MD? He says, why not both? That's not the assignment, Mavs Digest. I mean, I could. If it's a tie, I'll wear both. Come on. Absolutely. I'll do it. Tyler says the hat on the right, and that's the black hat. All right. David says the hat on the right. That's the black hat. Uh-oh. Is it going to be a landslide? Mr. Bobby Witt. Oh, Ranger great. Mr. Bobby Witt says the left hat. Okay, so that's sticking with the blue, the lucky hat. Okay, cool. Whatever hat fits the theme. PJ Wash, Dan Gaffstan. Okay, so the theme would be the black hat. Okay, cool. Unless the theme is roll with luck, because that would be the other hat. But I know what you mean. Moonrock Russell says, I'm rocking the City Edition. Okay, so I'm going to take that a vote for the City Edition. All right. Brad says left, even though I like the City. Okay, so he's sticking with the luck. Okay. All right. Dwight says match it up. What does that mean, Dwight? Match it up? Oh, match it up with the black. The black theme? I think that means match the black theme. Okay, cool. Jacob says funeral hat. Oh, I love that. We're going to a funeral. We're going to the Clippers funeral. That's right. I like that. TX Burner says black hat for sure. Oh, this is running away with it here. Okay. Always go with the throwback green in any situation. Jackie, that's my go-to as well. That's a hat for the blue. The lucky hat. What's up, Michael? Michael says black. Clayton says right for tonight, so go black. Yeah. The weather is fine up here. Have to go with the lucky hat. Come on. Okay, I respect that. You got to match the theme. There's another hat for black. Ricky. Headband Luka, what's up? Says lucky hat, so that's back for the blue. Hayes Pokes. I need to see the hat record breakdown. I don't know that I've got the math ready at the fingertips right now. Master of Puppets says both. Okay, I'll give a vote for both. There we go. All right. Mavs Champ says go with the black hat, the right hat. Donkey Siege, got to keep the theme. Okay, so far, guys, this is a landslide. King, what's up? What up, King? Says go with the black hat. Okay, cool. PJ's offering another vote there. I counted your vote, PJ. Elo or Elo says use the coin flip like Harvey Dent. Two-Face. Okay. Except that's not the way we're deciding. Go with the lucky hat. All right, go with the lucky hat. JROD says. Ricky says, all of you saying right don't understand the power of superstition. That's a vote for the lucky hat right there, for the blue hat. Skylar says multiple hats. Okay, so that's a vote for both. And then Crunch says black. And then Pixby says black. Let's see what else we got here. One on the left, always go for the lucky one. Okay, I like that. I respect the luckiness. And then Gonzavrix? Is that like Gonzaga and Mavericks? Gonzavrix, use the hat on the right and give me the City Edition. The hat on the right is the City Edition, but I'm going to still count that as a vote for... Wait a minute. Give me the City Edition. Use the hat on the right. Ooh, that's very confusing because the hat on the right is the City Edition. So I'm going to act... Okay, I don't know how to count your vote. It's very troubling for me. And then Josh says, gotta go left, staying with the lucky hat. Okay. And then fit the darn theme. Way to stay classy there, Crabtree. All right, so it is overwhelmingly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 at least for the black hat. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 blue. All right, guys. All right. So what we're doing is we are fitting the theme. By the way, this is my current favorite Mavs hat. Woo! All right, guys. Game 6 is only a few hours away. Let's make it count. Until then, go Mavs. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.